Hey guys, welcome back to Angela. And on this topic, I wanted to talk to you guys about controlling your emotions when you're dealing with narcissists. Controlling your emotions when you're dealing with a narcissist. When, you're getting out of these relationships with these different type of people, they're going to provoke they're going to provoke the type of anger that you've never experienced before because someone deceived you, played you, lied to you, abused you on top of that, and you're going to have the type of anger that you just never had in your life, especially when they're doing things that are unforgivable, especially when they're putting you in positions where you can't come back from those situations because you lost control of your emotions, because you became emotional, because you were crying out to them, crying out for help. You're crying out to the people around you like, help me, someone's hurting me, someone just punched me right in my soul, So you're looking around for people to give you a helping hand, but then these people turn on you. These people gossip behind your back. In front of you, they're, I'll pray for you, but behind your back, they're savages. They're talking about you in ways that you'll never talk about them. Half the time people tell you things you don't think about going to tell someone else. Half the time when people tell you their stories or they're going through something, you don't call someone that doesn't even know that person and start speaking about them. You just don't do that type of stuff. So you come into this awakening and you realize, wow, everyone does this. They're constantly doing this. And then when people tell them that they don't want to be talked about, or how dare you told this person this, or this person said, this person has half of the information, half the story, this person added to the story, and now there's this big gossip, or something that could have been a joke. Now it's traveling through the universe. These words are traveling through the universe, and now everyone is like trying to get a bite out of it. They're like, let me get a piece. You're like, help me, look. They're like, let me take that bone too. So you'll lose it. You'll get to the point where you'll lose it and you'll snap. You'll do things that you never thought you would do. You'll be revengeful. It would just, get to the point where people are telling you to leave the narcissist alone. And you'll tell them, hey, it's them. They're bothering me. They won't leave me alone. And they're like, yeah, I know. Leave them alone still. Because they're seeing you change. And they can see that something bad is going to happen. Either you're going to hurt them or they're going to hurt you. You'll hate the narcissist. They'll come around you acting like they're nice and they forgave you or you forgave them, or apologetic, telling you they're sorry about gaslighting you and they're sorry about the flying monkeys. Let's start all over again. Let's put an end to it. And you'll think to yourself, thank you, narcissist. Thank you so much, because I'm really tired of feeling that crappy. I've never felt like that before. You make me feel bad. Like useless as a human being. And, this doesn't have to be someone that you're in a relationship with. This could be a family member. This could be a friend. They're telling you, let's get together. They want to talk to you. They're telling you, hey, things are going too far. They might even send you gifts just to talk to you, to get you in the same room. And the moment that you leave, they're telling people that you apologize to them as if you were wrong. So these people purposely get you out of your character. They put you in thoughts where you even feel suicidal, like, take me out. I'll take myself out. And when you get out of that hell, you realize that they're the ones who invoke those thoughts into you. So you forgive them and you take them back knowing this. And you're thinking, no one can be this evil. No one can be this evil. Take them back. And they do it to you again, and they tell you they don't care that they did it to you before. Who cares? Do something about it. Send your family member for me. Send your bodyguard for me. Send your goon. Send someone you know. Send your mom. Send your dad. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I played you again. And you took time to heal. So, of course, you tried to make sense out of this in your mind over and over again about what was going on. And then boom, you realize, oh, they played me again. So now you're pissed. You can't control yourself. You don't know what to do. You go from crying to now you're mad. You go from crying and crying yourself to sleep. You go from, taking long drives and feeling like your heart is aching and feeling like you're always going through something. You have PTSD, you have anxiety, you're having panic attacks, you're getting sick, you're not hungry, or you're overeating, or, you're not even focused on yourself anymore. All the things that matter don't matter. The things that you loved doing, your self-care, all of a sudden you don't care. You're like, I don't care about getting my nails done anymore. I don't care. You lose yourself. You strip yourself out of everything you ever cared about. You strip yourself from who you are, from who you've been, where you've been, what people perceive you as, and you don't care anymore. You just know you have to survive this type of mental abuse from the people around you. You're basically, dealing with someone that literally just abducted you. They abducted you, stripped you of who you are completely, and you're coming back from your abductor, but no one feels bad for you. But then, when you keep your distance, what do these people do? They poke at you. They poke at you, and you're like, I know what they're doing now. They're poking at me. I'm not falling for it. Oh, I'm just going to watch you. I'm going to sit here and actually watch you try to poke me. And look, I don't care. Poke till you get tired. Poke till your finger falls off. So you're just watching. But then they tip, you're drinking an iced tea or something, but then they just flicker your iced tea, and your iced tea falls on the floor, and now it breaks, and now you're like, oh, now you're doing something that it's affecting me. You just spilled something. You spilled it all over me. You broke a glass. That could have cut me. You've stolen from me. You're sending people my way. You're sending other people messages. You're telling other people stories that aren't true. You're doing things to provoke me, or doing things where you're so bored you want to spark up something from the past because you know that I've realized what you did. So they try to provoke you one last time, and you might go for it. Because a lot of narcissists, they feel like, being real is, crossing boundaries or making yourself look like you're someone in charge, someone in control, someone with confidence. They want to badly prove themselves to you in a matter of minutes and seconds that they provoke you, and they make it seem as if, it's not that serious. Like, that's what being real is about. But being real is about respect, and the narcissist has none. They don't realize that just by changing your tone of voice with someone, smirking at them, all those are signs that provoke people. That evil smirk, you might go for it, and then you tell yourself, oh, I feel really crappy that I fed into this because I'm just letting them know I'm no one to be played with anymore. I'm not someone to be played with anymore. Because the whole time, you're not even understanding your own emotions. You know you're getting emotional, you're sad, you're crying, but what are you crying for? You love them? Let's be honest, you love them? When you met them, you didn't even want them. Your alarms went off. When you met them, they did something shady to you. And they tried to prove to you that that's not what it was, and they started to become obsessed with you. Now that they've fooled you and hypnotized you into a fake relationship and you're waking up, now these people are testing you out. They're testing how awake are you. Not only how awake are you, but they're getting off on the fact that you woke up because they know you can't control your emotions. And now you're going to look like the narcissist. Why do you think that narcissists do things, and then when you act out on those actions, the flying monkeys have been sitting there like watching you, but they just weren't sure about you because everything the narcissist has been saying hasn't been adding up. And then when you finally do something, everyone's jumping on you. Everyone. And the narcissist is like, yeah, get her, you guys, get her. And they don't even know you've been good this whole time. You've never done anything to this person, and they're sending people your way because you don't know how to control your emotions, and they know that they finally broke you to the point where you cannot control your emotions, and they're like, "Hey, now you know how I feel. I can't control that I'm evil. I can't control that. I just am." This is why you can't feed into your own emotions, because even if you're right and in the situation, you had a reason to be upset, you'll do things to give these people energy that you wish you would take back. So I think of this as a chart, right? When you're an empath and you're a self-aware empath, and you know that the narcissist wants to feed off of your fears, feed off of your past, they want to feed off of, anything that they can in order to control you. And you realize they're playing with your emotions, and they've been playing with your emotions the whole time. They've been slandering this word love. They've been throwing this word love, very, very disgustingly. They've been leeching off of you. They won't leave you alone. And then when they decide that they're done, they act like they're going to drift in the sunset, and then they keep coming back like with no shame because they know you're asleep. They know they keep putting you back to sleep because you still don't understand that this person is wicked. You don't understand because they're playing with your emotions. You don't understand they're playing with your emotions. This is why they're coming back, because they're like, you're still emotional. And it's not even in the good way. It's not even in the good way, because you still don't get it. So I like to think of this as a chart. When you go to the doctor and they have the little, for little kids, they have the little happy faces. And they tell you, as an adult, from the scale, from 1 to 10, how badly is the pain. So when it comes to children, right, when you tell them how badly is the pain, there's a chart with smiley faces on it, meaning that the sad smiley faces, mean that it's really, really bad, that it feels really bad inside, because you can't describe the pain that you're feeling. This is why the person needs to ask you. They don't know how you feel. You can tell them, hey, my leg is hurting, but how badly does it hurt? Yeah, your arm could be falling off, but how badly does it hurt? Or does it just feel numb? So you're telling this doctor, okay, look at the sad face. That's how I feel inside. I feel really bad. And the sad phase implies that you have a frown, right? You have a frown on your face. But when you're a self-aware empath, you're controlling what's inside. So if you're controlling what's inside, and what's inside is supposed to be frowning, so there's situations you're going to come upon that are supposed to make you frown. You're going to decide to smile regardless of how bad it feels inside. So you can't tell me how I feel inside based on this chart, because I'm not like everyone else. When people are feeling some type of way, emotional, they're showing it to you right away. What gives you power is when you're hurting inside and you're still not showing that. You're still strong enough to show people, hey, I'm on another level. I've already passed that level. I'm not showing things. You can't see my emotions on my sleeve, but I will be respected. And you will realize the more you know, the more people around you will seem like narcissists, and not everyone's a narcissist. Some people just don't have manners. They don't have boundaries. They don't know who they are. Because if they knew who they are, they would respect themselves, and they would respect themselves so much that they would know how to respect strangers and people around them that they don't know. They would know how to talk to people. Narcissists don't resolve problems. So they escalate things, and when they see you, angry, they want to act very calm. They want to be the ones to de-escalate what they've started. Then they want to act like you're the crazy one. But they know that they're not doing anything productive to find an understanding where everyone can get closure. They don't even want to see that their actions are wrong. A lot of us empaths, we have boundaries. We have real boundaries, meaning that we're not going to allow someone to overstep those boundaries just because they're the opposite sex. So when the narcissist sees that they have your mind everywhere, you're losing your temper, you're losing your cool, you're crying over them, you're still, and it's been years, months, and you're still acting the same, they know that they still have control over you, and they know if they leave you, you will not change, because you'll still carry all of that lingering anger from not getting closure, from being played. And that's part of the game that the narcissist plays, playing with your emotions. So you have to be strong enough to, keep moving forward regardless of how you feel inside. It's easy to show people what you're about, because it's a lot of fake people around here. They're not even watching out for themselves. They're living in the internet world, and when they go out here, they think that the real world is not a real place, and they're clout chasing, and they're teaching other people how to come out here and act like it's not a real world where real things happen. So everything they're manifesting online is going to manifest in person, because they have lost a sense of reality. And because that these people are everywhere and they're out of their mind, you have to know how to control your emotions. Because that's what the narcissist feeds off of. That's what that energy feeds off of. You have to be able to meditate to the point where your neighbors are cranking their bikes up. People are blocking your driveway. People are coming knocking at your door. People are trying to con you. People are sending you texts, emails. People are calling you, from fake numbers. Narcissists are coming to your online pages, stalking you. They never like anything. They just stalk you all day long. They stalk your YouTube. They stalk your Facebook. They look at your stories, but they don't say anything. They don't like anything, but then they're getting all this good game from you. They're getting all of this good game. They're healing off of you. They're healing off of you, meaning that when you feed into these fake people that are playing with your emotions because they can't control themselves, so now they're playing with your emotions and you feed into it. The moment you feed into these people, you're fueling them. This is why the narcissist picks fights with you. This is why they test your loyalty over and over again, knowing they're breadcrumbing you, knowing they're not even serious about you. You know, they're seeing you go through things, stress out. They're seeing you get sick. They're seeing you look hopeless. And they're just sitting back, messing with your emotions like it doesn't mean anything. You know, you're questioning them like, hey, you know, are we still going to do this, that? They're like, I don't know, are we? What do you think? They're playing with your emotions. So, control your emotions, and you will see that the more you master your emotions, people are just going to wonder, like, why is this person so calm? And they know you have a lot to say. They know your mind is like, mentally, your mind is capturing every millisecond. That's what they know. They know that your mind, your third eye, is capturing every millisecond in ways that the normal person cannot do. And when they see that and they see that self-restraint and they feel like they can't figure you out, they're going to test you even more. They're going to test you even more. And you feel like you've gained, you will feel like you've gained control over your emotions, right? And you've mastered your emotions. But now, and you feel this way, strongly about this way, because you see how people treat you differently. This is why a lot of people say, hey, why does it seem like people treat me differently? Because they know that you know yourself. But knowing yourself isn't enough. You know who you are. You know what you stand for. But they're going to come for you and mess with you for the things that you do stand for. And that's where the real battle actually begins. Because now they know that you've mastered what they're doing. You've mastered to control your emotions. Now they're doing things to break that, to break you. You know, so they'll say anything to you. They'll do and say almost about anything so that you can feed into them, into what they believe, so that you can get caught up in trying to defend yourself. Like, you'll find yourself like getting ready to prove to someone that that's not true, or someone will tell you, oh, this person said this about you, and you'll think to yourself, man, this is why I don't share certain things with people, because they act like I should be thankful for sharing something with them. Like, what are they talking about? You know, what kind of drugs are these people doing? So you'll think to yourself, like, you know, I'm going to tell them, like, hey, you know, please, you know, let's not talk about who did what for who, because you don't count the things that I do. So, you know, let's not even go there. You know, you just basically need to not gossip. That's the problem. So, you know, you'll want to tell these people that. You'll want to give them your opinion of where they went wrong, right? You have to stop doing that. Stop trying to prove to people what they did wrong. They should know what they did wrong. And if they don't know, you're not their parent to teach them where they went wrong. Don't even waste your breath. Don't even waste your breath to care what they think, because you know who you are and you know what's going. It doesn't matter what they try to get other people to perceive, because those people, you know, actions matter. Those people have to think about actions. And if they want to focus on that one thing, when you lost control of your over your emotions, if they want to focus on that and they don't want to think of all the things that they've done to you, let them go. So I hope that this message, you guys, on controlling your emotions, mastering your emotions, being able to meditate in your mind at all times, no matter what's going on around you, no matter if someone is beating the drums really fast in your ear and yelling at the top of their lungs, like, let these people go. It's not worth it, you know. Always take care of yourself and your blessings. If you guys want to book with me, you guys know my booking information's on the description as always. You know, if you guys have not subscribed to my channel, do not forget to subscribe if you guys want to see my up and coming podcast. And I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, peace, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.